Hey, Chris Mendez here, your local realtor in the Dallas Frisco area. And I just want to come here and bring you a little market update. And one of the things that we always are, or remain the same rather, is the market, in the market, sorry, is that the media is always trying to scare my buyers and sellers into thinking that the market is going to crash, right? And I'm here to give you the facts and kind of clear up some of the headlines that you're going to be seeing in the second half of this year. So the first issue that most certainly is going to come up is the topic of home equity cash out, right? So let's break this down a little bit and see what we have. So in the first quarter of this year, about 41 billion was processed as cash out refinance. And looking at this graph, starting in 2005, you see that it was about $320 billion was cash out refinance. This is when people, were using their homes as ATMs and going in expensive vacations, buying their luxury cars, the story, right? So if we were to extrapolate the 41 billion of the first quarter of this year, 2021, and we were to multiply by 4 quarters, so we're going to be looking at $164 billion of cash out refis if it stays the same, right? So, bottom line is expect to see a headline saying that cash out refinance is out of control again, is the highest it's been in the last 10 years, so on and so forth. But when you actually break down this data, we're nowhere near what we were back then, if you really, think about it. Now, the other headline you're going to see is that monthly mortgage payments are going to increase, right? Significantly. And there are two important facts that we know right now. Number one, the meaning and what people want in their home has drastically changed during the pandemic, right? You work from home, you eat at home, you have your kids at home, you work out at home, and you just want something different, right? You want more space, you just want a different setup in your house. And the second thing that we know is that people are willing to pay, for what they really want right now. So if you don't have a home office, let's say, or a space for a gym, and you really, really want it or you need it, then you're just going to have to pay more for it. So that's just the bottom line, is that the people just have more expensive tastes than they used to because of things have changed. All right, next, the housing affordability. And this will most certainly be talked about. And this is just a graph here that is the housing affordability index from the National Association of Realtors. And what stands out here are those orange bars, if you see them in there. And those are the years when distressed properties dominated the market during the housing crisis. So to break this down a little bit, so the higher the bar, the more affordable the home, right? So back then, obviously, it was more affordable because houses were pretty cheap, right? So if you're sitting here thinking that homes are not as affordable as they used to be, I just want you to ask yourself one question: as compared to when? Because that's important, right? How are we comparing this? A couple of years ago, sure, right? But let's look at the affordability of homes before the housing crash. So you see those bars are a little lower, meaning that they were not as affordable as today. So compared to right now, they are much more affordable. So the media is going to pour gas on every one of these issues and relate it back to a potential housing crisis. And I just don't want you guys to be fooled by that, okay? The University of Harvard just came out with a 2021 State of the Nation's housing. And this is what they say, these outsized increases have raised concerns that a home price bubble is emerging. However, conditions today are quite different than in the early 2000s, particularly in terms of credit availability. The current climate house prices instead reflect a strong demand amid tight supply, helped along by record low interest rates. So bottom line, this is not a bubble. It's just simply at the supply and demand imbalance in the market. And that's what we're facing right now. So you're going to see headlines, and I just want you to think back to everything I just told you and make the best decision, for your family, because you were educated. All right, now misinformed. And I just wouldn't be doing my job if I don't give you this little updates here. So if you're still looking to buy or sell this year, now is just your time, right? Give me a call. Let's see your options. And also be sure to follow me on social media at Chris Mendez Realtor on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn as well. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later, and we'll give you another market update soon enough.